In the case of the first AUMF that authorized the so-called War on Terror, there was no boundary, not just in time, but in space. You can go literally anywhere on the globe under the auspice of fighting terror and be covered by the 2001 AUMF. So,
and that was passed right after the attack, the 9/11 attacks.
Right in the wake of the 9/11 attacks. By the way, it was either today or yesterday. When you're in Congress, this stuff just sort of melts together until you can leave and go back to your home state and recharge your batteries. But it was either yesterday or today that I re-upped my co-sponsorship of Democrat Barbara Lee's bill to repeal the AUMF in Iraq. Okay. Now, the thing is, we were talking about the executive always tends to war.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get your toe in a war, it's hard to get out. The other thing is, once you have troops everywhere, now you've created all these targets, and they all need to be defended. They absolutely need to be defended. But now you've created another opportunity to get into a war. Like in Iraq, we've got all of our troops still there, even though Saddam's been gone for a long time. And so when anybody attacks those troops, we've got to attack them back. We absolutely have to protect our troops. But the problem is the troops shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
The way to stop a proxy war with Iran in Iraq from morphing and metastasizing into a full-on hot war between two countries or multiple countries is not to be in Iraq. By the way, it's not just the military bases that create this nexus. You realize we built an embassy in Iraq. It's the biggest one in the world. It's 104 acres. The original price tag was $750 million. So I'm going to go ahead and say it was $1 billion. Nothing ever gets done on time or at cost in government. We've got $1 billion, 100-acre embassy in Iraq. I call it the world's largest boat anchor. I think the don't write me off for saying deep state, but the deep state, okay, knew they could get funding to build an embassy,
mm-hmm.
right? Who's gonna? It's diplomacy, right?
Right.
We're gonna move from war to diplomacy. So let's build. We need a lot of diplomacy. So let's build one that's 3 times the size of our embassy in China. Okay, and so they built this boat anchor, and what it does is you got to protect your embassies, right? We've seen what happens in Benghazi.
Yeah.
But can you imagine trying what it takes to defend? Or even what the frickin' light bill is on a 104-acre embassy with thousands of people in it. Okay, so that cemented our political and military involvement in Iraq for many years against the wishes of the American people.